I'm at a place right now where it's how do you generate thousands and thousands and thousands of leads? But more importantly, how do you see thousands of people to generate those leads? It doesn't matter what you're doing. You need to you need to see a lot of people to make a sale. You need to hold a lot of interviews to recruit and hire the right people. I have now interviewed and went through, not interviewed all, but went through about 300 applications and interviewed probably 75, 80 people over the last 2 weeks. And I'm realizing now, because I have the knowledge of exactly what I want in the lead generators, in the people that I'm building to eventually build out this call center. I know what I want now. When I was first starting this thing, I'm going to generate people, or I'm going to have people generate leads to generate potential sales. I started out just shooting out emails to all of the old people that I was going to have go door to door that fell off. And I shot out, I think it was like 80 something emails. And I got a couple of replies back. And I got some people saying, oh, this is fake, this is fraud. I got some people like, oh, this is great. I got some people like, oh, I want to jump on board and I want to do this thing. And I now I have fine-tuned that process. I think I made probably 5 different versions of the ad that I have placed, because it is an ad, a recruiting ad. And I'm sitting here right now looking at it, it's like, how do I fine tune this? How do I fine tune this? I'm getting about 1 to 2 qualified, really qualified people per week now. But it took me 2 weeks to really figure this thing out of exactly the people that I want, because there's not just one way of generating leads. And people have so much experience and skills. Some people, hey, I'm going to generate leads with my book of business. I'm going to generate leads with my pipeline. I'm going to generate leads um, online. I'm going to run ads, all these different ways to generate leads. And as I'm sitting here, my goals are starting to adjust, and my mind is starting to adjust to the process that's being built, and it's absolutely amazing. And I started this video talking about you have to see a lot of people when you're going door to door. Like if you're doing anything in direct sales, anything in sales in general, but if you're doing anything in sales, like you really do have to see like 50 to 100 people to really hit a goal. 50 to 100 people, 200 people, like you really have to do that, or you're really not going to make a living in sales or trying to build a business. And if you're an entrepreneur, you really need to tap on those doors, or you're not going to eat. And I'm now envisioning a digital door knocking thing. Like you're knocking on doors, but you're knocking on business owners' doors through LinkedIn. You're knocking on people's doors through Facebook. And just the world we live in, there's so many different ways. I recruited this cool guy, and he's like, I make like 1,000 calls a week, or I can make 1,000 calls a week on a good week. And I'm thinking like, that's ridiculous. Like you're knocking on 1,000 doors in a week. And I have never in my life knocked on 1,000 doors physically. And just thinking, okay, instead of doing it the solopreneur way, which most people do, where it's, I'm going to do this thing myself. Like I'm going to build this business myself. I'm going to run it myself. I'm going to do everything by myself. They ultimately suffer because they want to do everything. At this point in my business, I'm doing everything because I am letting go. I am firing. I am no longer holding partnerships with my VP of operations, with my director of operations. Like that stuff is done. So now I am running everything right now, which is good because I get to see everything from the top to the bottom, but I don't see myself as a solopreneur. Everybody that I'm hiring, I'm telling them, hey, this is a new division that I'm building. This is a new thing that's happening. It's sloppy, it's nasty, it's disgusting, but eventually it's going to be smoothed out. Like right now, I'm in the process of seeing everything what I've done over the last 2 weeks, putting in hundreds of hours, not that many hours, but putting in not thousands. I'm putting in tens of hours. I'm working like 12 hours a day. I'm putting in a lot of hours. And now that I have this in front of me, I can put together a system. I'm saying all this to say, if you really want to make money, if you really truly want to build something, then you have to be willing to knock on doors, really knock on doors, get people's attention. And I'm putting it in my head now. It's how do I knock on 10,000 doors a day? And it's not physical doors. Like, how do I every single day connect with 10,000 people and do it for the cheapest possible way? If I can do it in a cheap way, then I can make more money, pay people more, and have more profit. So this is an epiphany to me because this is all new to me. What I'm building and how I'm building this is it's new to me. I've been an entrepreneur for a while now, but I have not done entrepreneurship in this way before. I'm recruiting teams that are recruiting people and building a team in a sector that I don't know everything about. Um, but I'm learning so much. Like lead generation, I'm learning so much about lead generation. Like every conversation I'm having with people, they're just like, oh, I would generate leads this way. Oh, I would generate leads this way. I'm like getting a doctorate degree education on generating leads from specialists. The beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur is if you have a vision and you can put together a structure, people will help you build that structure if you have the vision. Um, and it's so amazing. By the time you get this video, the business is going to be built. Like it's wild because the videos that are coming out now, I think it's like on day 4, day 5, which is weeks and weeks ago. So by the time you get this video, like it's going to be a full blown structure and thousands of dollars a day, or it's going to be running through the business, which is pretty freaking cool because I've been working my butt off in order to get all of this stuff together. So I'm super excited and I'm super happy about everything that is running and everything that is flowing. So with that being said, um, don't stop. Wherever you are in your journey, don't stop. Whatever you're building, don't stop. Whatever you're doing, just don't stop. Like if I tell you the amount of work I've done over the last 6 months, you probably would not believe me. That's why I started recording these videos. Because this is the reality of truly building out a business. It is nonstop. It is sacrificing. It is going broke. It is figuring out what you can do to do payroll. It is getting all these things done. And that's why when you see entrepreneurs like thriving and people like, oh, it's easy. They look at them like, no, you're crazy. It was not easy, but they stuck it out. And most people won't stick it out. But this is my thing though. I want to make sure people around the world eat off of all of my hard work. And not only is my family going to eat, but other people's families are going to eat. But somebody's got to sacrifice. So that's me. I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to make it happen.